Hello, this is Solomon Davis from Right Side Trading, where you can learn to trade on the right side with confidence. Today is October 2nd, 2016, and this is my NASDAQ trade review. The thing now is I'm doing some training, so I haven't been able to trade. But I am recording these trades for a whole year, because again, I want to see, is this trade strategy that I'm using, is profitable, is, a good trade strategy, that I can actually execute it. So I do actually execute these trades. I was executing these trades in the market, but for the next 4 more weeks now, I know I will not be actually to execute these trades in the live market or even in the virtual market. What I've been doing, I've been swing trading. I've been trading the bonds. I've been trading the ES. I like day trading the NASDAQ, but I really don't like swing trading the NASDAQ as much as I like swing trading bonds and the ES. They move a little bit slower. They're not as, erratic, but they all seem to kind of, they're just a different animal. And we're going to look at that a little bit later. But first of all, let me scroll down to our disclaimer page, let you know this is all for educational purposes only. Please read this, take your time, pause it, and I'll let you know that past performance is not indicative of future results. Number one, all our products are provided solely for educational purposes only. Also check out our YouTube page, but let me go ahead and jump right into these trade reviews. We bring that up. Boom. Okay. Everything wants to be slow. Okay, these are the trades for September 26th through September 30th. My NASDAQ trade review. The thing is, this trade is based on the 9:30 open, 5-minute candle. Red candle, we trade down, we sell. Green candle, we trade up, we buy. We look to lose no more than 5 points on these trades, or profit 5 points or more. On September 26th, it was a downward play, 10 points. It just barely made that, all based on how you got your entry. September 27th was up for 10 points or more. And again, I think that one's a close one too. But then on the 28th and the 29th, it was doji, no trades. One of the rules is also, as you can see up top, doji is a no trade. And a doji is defined by $1 or less between open and close of that first 5-minute candle. On September 30th, it was up, but we actually got stopped out. And I know on that particular day, I did take a trade that day, but I traded the ES. I like watching. I was watching the NASDAQ that morning and doing when I was taking a break, and I saw something there, and I actually put in a conditional trade on the ES. The ES is slower. I kind of like the way it moves when I'm doing longer term type trades, or trades that I'm not that big of a rush to get in. And like I say, later in the presentation here, I will show you why. I'll let you look at some charts, and we're going to do some comparison and see what you would like to trade, and you'll see why I actually trade these. But let me bring up some charts where we can see why these trades turned out the way they did. I want to bring up this chart. That's a weekly, because I do look at all the indexes, but I really only trade a couple. And let's zoom in here, go into a 5-minute, 20-day. Yes, and I haven't even been marking up. This is the NASDAQ. This is the NASDAQ. Day trading this thing is great. Swing trading this thing, you just get too many singles and trying to see it, like even on Friday here. I don't have my pivots in here, but on Friday, you see how far down this thing went, and then it did finally go up and then let me just, like I said at the end, I'll show you all that. Let's zoom in and take a look at the actual trades for the week. This is Monday on the 26th. Let me also add pivots and all. You got to go to, where's the tools? It's easier. It's easier to do it this way. Going here to tools, SVE. SVE, where are they? I B. We have been half blind. Double click. Actually remove this. We don't need it. Apply. And now I have pivots on the screen. The other thing that I like doing is taking this fit to study off. And boom. And now on this day, it was, this is Monday. That's not Monday. That's what I say. That's not Monday. That's Friday. Friday, see how it did an early, like I've seen this pattern coming down like this. Usually I'm in trying to go up, but it actually came down to the pivot and bounced. That's Friday though. But we'll look at that a little later. Let's zoom back down to Monday. Monday. This looks like Monday. 26. This is Monday. 26. We had this nice candle down here to what looked like 20. This was all the way down to an S2 level, and it kept dropping. So that's the whole thing on this particular day. It's all if you was able to nail that entry here. You should have just been sitting there waiting on that if you was trading this. And then it did go from 23 down to 13. It went down to 13 and a little bit below. So that's what I'm saying. This was another 5-minute trade, and you was out. And then you could have reversed this thing back up. But the signal was down 10 points or more from the close of this candle to the open of this. Usually you try to get in at the close of this candle, and it was an opportunity to get in there. You just got, and you had a pivot here, so that should have been a fairly easy trade to execute. Next day, this was all up on Tuesday, up and away. Yep, this was a great trade. You had this drop bottoming out. You had the signal where the bulls came in. This was easy to get in. Another trade, even if you were late on this day, from 17 went all the way up to 47. And if you couldn't get 10 points out of that, you shouldn't be trading. Just that simple. Then on the next couple of days, there were dojis. This is a doji here, $less between open and close. Look at it up top there, open and close. So it was a no trade day. Then the next day, definitely a doji. Doji even at pivot. These are kind of like indecision days. If you're looking at a bigger picture, you could have actually got another trade out of this. But based on the strategy that I'm reviewing, doji, no trade. And then we go up on Friday. Let's go all the way to Friday here. And this is the day I actually traded, off my phone, because, again, me looking at the market the way I like looking at the market. The market had been trending up. I'm looking for that entry to get into the market, even though this gave me a green candle. And on the 5-minute play, on the opening play, based on this 5-minute candle, you may have got stopped out because you would have been trying to enter at this point here. It never broke that point before it went 5 or more points down, and you should have been out of that trade. But your next best entry would have been here, bouncing off this pivot. And I like setting conditional trades, at this point. But I didn't do it on the NASDAQ because the NASDAQ is so crazy and all. I would have been setting it from this point here and it would have been added right at 27 and a stop at 42. See, the NASDAQ would have stopped me out, if I'd have played that there. And that's why I get where when I'm swing trading, I like playing the ES or the bonds. But that was the trades for the week. Let's minimize this and get back. September 26th was down for 10. 27th was up for 10. 28th and 29th with no trade dojis. And the 30th, as you just saw, you may have got stopped out, but there was a better trade, to be had. Okay. I didn't change this. Let me go back. Today is not September 25th. Today is October 2nd. And the NASDAQ has still been trending higher. We'll take a look at the weekly breaking out, monthly's breaking out, and trending higher. I can actually use that same slide. So but let me bring up the chart and show you this. And I'll go back over here. Let me change these pivots to weekly pivots. Edit, do a lot of little stuff here on the fly with you guys. Change to weekly, apply, say okay. I want to change this to a daily chart, 20 years, and zoom in a little bit. Zoom in. And this is the NASDAQ. Last week, this low might have got a little bit lower, but we did get a higher high. We didn't still get a full bullish engulfing here, but this still, I'm still kind of bullish. This is a weekly. No, this is daily. So that's the last day on this Friday. But this, as you can see, this market kind of dropped down and let me go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This market did drop down below Friday's, low here and kind of just went sideways. But on the weekly thing last week, we never really broke that S1 level. We stayed above that. We stayed above this little area here. We kept closing above this area here. And did we close above this area here? We did end up closing above there Friday. But the thing is, what we're looking for, we need a close above this on the daily in order for this market to be really bullish and really look like it's getting ready to take off. Right now, we're just kind of going sideways. Let's switch this over to a weekly and zoom in. And let's switch these pivots to monthly pivots. Show you just how I actually looking at this a lot of times. Go apply, and then zoom in. And get back a little bit more. See, but on the monthly, this is last month candle on the monthly. This is a weekly with monthly pivots. You can see that we still stayed up around that R1 level and actually even closed above that R1 level just like we did last month, So for the month of September, we did close a little bit higher. We're getting almost like a doji forming, so be careful with that. If this market end up closing below this level, or close definitely on next month pivots here. If we end up coming back down here to this pivot, I wouldn't be surprised. We just don't want to close below this level and all. And then maybe the bears may have taken control of this. But this market still is trying to push up, and that's what I'm seeing here on the NASDAQ. If you want to get a better review of what's going on the bigger picture, take a look at Wally's market review. He goes over all the indexes, the SPY, he looks at the NASDAQ, he looks at the Russell, and he looks at the transportation to give you a bigger picture view. Me, I kind of just narrow down in on the NASDAQ only. So that's what I'm seeing here on the NASDAQ. I'm still kind of bullish on this thing, but it's one of those things where this market is kind of definitely taking its time to break that high. And the high that I think we are looking at trying to break, let's go to QQQ. You've seen me look at this chart before, and my lines are still on these charts. These double bars here is kind of like that. Again, I think Wally mentioned let me see if we go back far enough. Wally mentioned 85. I'm looking at 19. I'm going back and looking at 2000. 5 years later, the highs that the NASDAQ is actually trying to break this area here. And that's what we're seeing here now on the weekly that we are approaching, and that's why we're getting all this headwind. But a lot of times when you see the market consolidating below here and not actually really busting through this area, there's a good chance that it may take its time and actually bust through this here. I've been saying in the next couple of weeks. I'm still saying in the next couple of weeks, I'm looking for us to get up into this area and maybe go higher. So that's what I'm seeing here in the market. And let me minimize that, although I got the wrong date here. But and let me I want to show you one more thing before I end this, is why I am in this time when I don't have time to actually day trade and actually swing trading. Although this is just one day and all, just looking at one day, if you look at one day at these markets, look at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is choppy in the morning. I like trading that type of noise, because again, you get good trades on the upside, you get good trades on the downside, and it does this little zigzag thing, and then it finally takes a direction. And usually you can get some good entries. Again, this is like Friday, because again, this is that play that moved and all, and it was nice and clean. But if you look back over here on the you got this chart doing that, but then look at the bonds. The bonds, you got a little north. It didn't move that much. You can enter a trade here, expecting this thing to go on, in the down direction. And it's all important how you play your stop, and based on some things that you can look at, you may never get stopped out of this. If I played this short from this plan and not breaking this level here, I had a lot of chance to get in close to there. And this thing trended real nicely down. And it went from 69, you can almost say 70, because 70 would have been the next tick up from what we're seeing right here. And it went from 70 down to 68. That's 2 points. 2 points on the bonds is $2,000. So that's a whole lot better than what if let's look at this what I did trade. On the ES, look at it. It's not quite. It's still pretty noisy compared to the Nasdaq, but it takes its time and it trends. It trends pretty good, but not like the bonds. It kind of has its morning noise, just like the Nasdaq. Not as much noise here on the bonds. It did kind of go up, but not like the bonds just kept trending. I said I wasn't gonna talk about all this and why I do this, but I'm doing it anyway. And then this went sideways, which a lot of times will shake you out of your trade. In this right here, you never really got shaken out. You never got shaken out of your trade, But on these indexes, you just got to get used to trading this stuff though like this. Once you trade it, and you hang in there. But let's look. I want to look at the numbers. 52. Say you got into this thing down here at 52. You was looking to get in somewhere above here. If you saw another one where the pivot was at, and it went all the way to 68. Say 67. So it went 15 points. So that's 500. 500 and that's $750 that this one actually moved. $750 compared to $2,000. Which one would you rather trade? I'll just leave it at that. This is Solomon from Right Side Trading, where you can learn to trade on the right side with confidence. Check out our website, mentoring page, coaching. We have actually this one doesn't have the update. Yes, I guess the updates that were made here was about this stuff here, call about our new hourly rates and stuff. The other updates were made, access codes. We every now and then you'll see on our YouTube page and trades that we put out. We do have it where we do email, text, whatever, get you some of the stuff that we are watching. You can join now. On here we got a button that's pretty straightforward how to get into, and if you really want to follow us and follow what we're watching, that's pretty much it. I'll be posting this video out. If you like this, give us some thumbs up, and I'll also subscribe to our channel. Thank you. This is Solomon. Have a great week trading. Talk to you later. Bye.